Guys, how we doing? So it's not often I film 2 videos in one day. I may post this tomorrow to give the other video time to breathe, but I like talking about things whenever I discover them and they're fresh on my mind. Look, so you've subscribed to a rant channel, okay? If you've subscribed to me, that means at some point I have probably given a rant or a take that you have liked. I need you to understand that at some point I'm going to make a take that you don't like, okay? And I hope that doesn't scare people away and unsubscribe. My opinion is not the say-all, be-all opinion. I'm just giving opinions on things and my perspective on things. If you disagree, I welcome you to counterpoint, to comment why you disagree, and we can have civil discussions and I can see things from your perspective. I've had a commenter do that several times now, and it's helpful, and I enjoy being able to have those discussions. It is impossible that every take I give you're going to agree with. It is impossible that every opinion I have everyone's going to agree with. That's just how it works. Now, that being said, I think we can all agree about the subject that I'm going to talk about today, unless you're one of those weirdos that like to support shitty billionaire corporations for no fucking reason other than you're a bootlicker. I hope you stay around to the end because this just gets worse and worse. State Farm. State motherfucking Farm. The insurance company that you see Patrick Mahomes all over. So, I heard that they were getting away with not paying claims that are being made over these wildfires. And I didn't know that. I'm not a homeowner. I don't know how home insurance works, how much it costs. I'm going to guess ballpark $200, maybe. I mean, if it's $150 for car insurance, it's got to be $200 to $300 for homeowners, right? So I'm just assuming that's how much it costs there. But, so I did some research to see if that was true. And I read an article that I would like to read to you guys because this is really fucked up. So, this article comes from The Guardian, and the title is State Farm Seeks Emergency 22% Rate Hike in California After LA Wildfires. State Farm General, California's largest home insurer, is seeking an emergency rate increase for homeowners following the Los Angeles wildfires last month. If approved, the hike could average a 22% increase for policyholders. So if you're paying $200, that's $50 more out of your fucking wallet. The insurance giant claims that the fires have put the company under increased financial strain. The company has already received at least 8,700 claims and paid more than $1 billion to customers and expects to pay out significantly more, according to press release. Pause. These wildfires and doing your job, which is paying homeowners that pay you home insurance, that lost their home due to wildfires, who a lot has died at this point, has put you in financial strain. Hey, CEO, what's your name? Michael L. Tipsord? You know what probably would help you financially? Maybe don't fucking attach the Chiefs to every commercial you put out, you fucking idiot. So you're saying that you doing your jobs is putting financial strain on your company, and that because you live in California, you're gonna hike up the price? That makes sense. But I want you to understand the number there. 8,700 claims, and they've paid out $1 billion. We're talking about California here. There's not a home that's under $1 million, okay? 1 million times 1,000 is $1 billion. So that means, at most, if they've paid $1 billion out, they've only paid out 1,000 claims out of 8,700. But let's lessen that. Let's say it's 500,000 a house. That's still only 2,000 out of 8,700 that they have fulfilled. So not only have they declined most people and not paid out on most people that lost their homes, but If you just happen to be the lucky ones that lost your house, didn't get insurance, now you get to pay $50 more for the insurance that did not help you. Isn't that cool? Go fuck yourself, Michael Tipsword. And then they go on to explain, insurance will cost more for customers in California going forward because the risk is greater in California. The statement reads, that is foundational to how insurance works. Higher risk should pay for more insurance than lower risks. You're trying to make the comparison that a teenager driving a car is supposed to spend more in insurance because they're a higher risk than a 40-year-old driving a car, right? So you're basically trying to take that and apply that to where you exist, where you decide to live. So what's next? Are you going to hike up, homeowners insurance in fucking Oklahoma and Kansas because they're more at risk for tornadoes? Are you going to hike up homeowners insurance on any state bordering the ocean because they're at risk of hurricanes? Or California has earthquakes quite often. So what? You're just going a 22% increase. That's a lot. We're not talking about like 10 additional bucks here. We're talking like if it's $200 to $300, like I think it is. Say it's $3. We're $75 increase. So basically, if there's a higher risk that you have to, do your jobs, you're going to upcharge even though the prices that people are already paying are pretty fucking ridiculous. That makes a lot of sense. You're doing business very well, Michael. And you have the gall to say that because you're doing your jobs, that puts you in a financial strain when I'm seeing your commercial every 30 fucking seconds with Patrick Mahomes' face on it. I'm not going to say it's Patrick Mahomes' responsibility or any of the Chiefs players' responsibility to speak up here in this scenario, but to put your face all over a company that sucks, I think is a big deal. If I was Patrick Mahomes, personally, I would come out and call this bullshit. Yeah, sure, you might lose your sponsor, but there would be a million more that will probably be willing to pay you more. And not only that, but you would win over a lot of people by speaking out for this. It's like a win-win scenario. You would probably get a better sponsor, and you would win over a lot of the people that don't like the Chiefs or you, Mr. Floppy Mahomes. But it's not your responsibility. I'm not saying that. I just hate how this shitty company just happens to also be, the face of the Chiefs. And then the fucking CEO, Michael, what was your stupid ass name? Tipsword. Michael Tipsword. You have the audacity to say that doing your jobs in these fires put financial strain on you when you have a Chiefs commercial every 30 seconds. Hey, bud, maybe, save a little bit of the budget that you put into marketing for paying out customers, because that is the only fucking reason you exist. You understand that, right? Way to go, CEO. You have the mind of a fucking child. You're in the best interest of fucking people over at every turn. This is no secret. Insurance always does this. Health insurance, car insurance, you name it. Their goal is to get out of not paying you. So it's not like this is groundbreaking. But how shitty, I'm just trying to imagine that I just lost my home in one of the most expensive states to live. And I filed a claim. I paid homeowners insurance for all this time. They reject my claim or pay me a very, very small amount and not what my house is worth, like a quarter what the house is worth. And then they raise my rate $50 because I happen to be a victim of a fucking house fire that I couldn't have prevented in any way. Y'all are shitty, dude. People are losing their fucking lives and you want to come out with quotes. That is foundational to how insurance works. Higher risk should pay more for insurance than lower risks. Not a fuck. We should help these people. Sorry for your losses and sorry for the trauma that you're going to experience after this, and sorry that you have to relocate and rebuild your foundation of life. Nope, you're a higher risk, so you should have to pay more. Thank you, State Farm, you fucking cunt. Now, The recent wildfires have been one of the most expensive natural disasters the insurance industry has faced in its history. Exactly. It doesn't occur that often, which is why you raising the price is bullshit. A quarter. A motherfucking quarter. You want to raise it 25% because of something that doesn't happen very often. Because you have to pay out when it does. Wow. This is history breaking, this fire. Yes, there's a lot of wildfires in California. It happens damn near every year. But this year specifically is record breaking. Like, this does not happen often. Like, and so for the first time in history, you gotta pay out the ass, and you don't have the money to do so because you were too busy blowing your wad on Patrick Mahomes, and then you want to blame the customers who lost everything for as to why you're in financial strain. Yeah, that's a company I would want to attach my team's name to. The company go on to warn the further capital deterioration. They had to admit goes on. Like, come on, man. This is a professional fucking article. The company go on to warn the further capital deterioration as a result of the wildfires could harm its ability to pay out insurance across the board, including customers with a mortgage possibly losing the ability to use StateFarm general insurance on the collateral backing for their mortgage. Hey, buddy. Hey, the reason why you don't have money is because you're spending it all on TV. I would imagine the Chiefs, being the fucking face of the NFL, aren't cheap to get. Yet every commercial you have them. You fucking idiot. How many millions of dollars? I mean, it's probably up to $1 billion by now. You've been putting their face on everything for, what, 2 years? 3 years? How much money do you think you would have saved by, I don't know, just making a fucking commercial? You're an insurance company. Who gives a shit that you got Patrick Mahomes? Everybody still rolls their eyes when they see your commercial because you're an insurance company. Maybe blame yourself for why you're in financial problems, not because of the fact you had to do your fucking jobs for once. You poor thing. The statement says that immediate emergency interim approval of additional rate is essential to more closely align cost and risk and enable StateFarm General to rebuild capital. So this is like an emergency thing. Like, they want it right now and they're waiting for its approval. And dude, if you're out of money somehow as the multi-billion dollar fucking shit show that you are, it is because of your marketing decisions and how you have spent it. And the fact that you have the gall to blame victims of a wildfire and call them higher risk so they should pay more for your stupid financial decisions is fucking terrible. Michael, I keep having to look it up, Tipsword, because you have the stupidest last name ever. You suck. You suck at your job. State Farm, you suck. You have one job and you're doing a really good job at not doing it. I wonder just how accurate I am on those numbers. 8,700 claims. Okay? $1 billion paid out. In California, where every home is no doubt less than $1 million. That literally means you've only done 1/8 of the claims. Or you're paying out 1/4 of what the house actually costs. That's the only way you filled out more than 1,000 to 2,000 claims. Like, unless you're just, if somebody's house is $1 million and you're handing them $400K or $250K, that's the only way you would have filled out all these claims. And even then, by those numbers, you would only be halfway. So, you know damn well, they haven't even fucking provided relief to over half these claims, and now they're gonna hike the price up. And why would people pay that? I'm pretty sure people would just switch to something else. Way to do business, man. I mean, god damn. Yeah, let's not help our customers when they're in need of help, and then hike up the price. I'm sure they'll stay with us and not go to a different home insurance company. You fucking morons. Insurance will cost more for customers in California going forward because the risk is greater in California. Oh, wait, I already read that to you, sorry. That's just so wild to me. So, yeah, hike up the prices in Kansas because it's flat and that's where tornadoes go. Hike up the prices in Florida or Texas or Louisiana or any fucking state bordering the ocean because a hurricane could strike at any moment. Anyway, my point is you could apply that logic to a lot of different states, man. And the fact that you have the audacity to take something so goddamn tragic, say that it's causing you financial strain to do your job when I see your 10 million, 100 million, God knows how much your commercials cost to make that you pump out like butter. And you blame the victims. Fuck you. The state, blah, blah, consumer watchdog, an LA-based advocacy group, disputed that State Farm General was in financial trouble. They claimed that the insurers made underwriting profits of $1.4 billion between 2020 and 2023, and the parent company, State Farm Mutual, had $134 billion in the bank. I hope you made it this far in the video, because I hope you understand what I just read to you. $134 billion in the bank, okay? They just paid out $1 billion. So not even 1% of that. And they're claiming that the customers, that they're now in financial strain because of having to do their jobs, and they're going to get that money back by charging the very victims that they had to pay out to or refused to pay out to. $134 billion in the bank. Let's not take any responsibility for as to why our commercials are all over the place and our marketing budget is like, think of each commercial you've seen with a football player from State Farm in the last 3 years and imagine how much those commercials all combined cost. Anyway, filling State Farm's bank account shouldn't fall on the backs of California homeowners recovering from a disaster, the group told the Los Angeles Times, which is completely correct. State Farm currently insures about 1 million homeowners in the state of California and also has an additional 2.8 million other policies active across the state. In June of last year, the company saw a 30% rate hike for homeowners' policies, as well as a 36% increase for condo owners and a 52% increase for renters. The sudden increase raised questions about the insurer's financial stability. State Farm chose not to renew fire insurance for 1,626 State Farm customers in the Palisades neighborhood in 2024. Imagine that. According to California's insurance office, they represented about 70% of State Farm's market share in Pacific Palisades, according to the San Francisco Chronicle. I hope I'm pronouncing Palisades right, Palisades. Finding fire insurance for homes in areas with high fire risk is a challenge that will only increase for Californians. So, basically, State Farm is choosing not to cover specifically for fire insurance in California. What a great company, dude. And so now, if you're a homeowner in California, getting fire insurance is going to be difficult because nobody wants to fucking pay for it. That's awesome. That's just a fuck you from all the insurance companies, really. Michael Coffey, an insurance defense litigator who works on large global insurance cases, says he expects more insurance companies to leave the state, forcing prices up for everyone as if pricing in California isn't enough. The company notes that it has made the decision in recent years to limit overexposure in high-risk areas. The company previously stopped writing any new policies in California in May 2023, with the exception of personal auto insurance policies. Oh, so you'll do car insurance there. That's good. That's good. You'll cover a car because it costs, $100,000 instead of $1 million home. That's good. Good on you, State Farm. So basically, if you're required to do your fucking job, you're just not going to offer a policy in that state where you might have to do your job. That's cool. Last month, State Farm announced that it had canceled a planned commercial scheduled to run during the 2025 Super Bowl, citing the LA wildfires as their main priority. Did you hear what I just said? Are you still here in the video? Please tell me you are. These fucking assholes who are sitting here blaming the victims and not paying them out and are now charging them more money were going to run a commercial in the Super Bowl, the most watched program of the year, about how much they care about the LA fires. After not paying out over half to the people that lost their homes, and after changing their policy to where you can't even fucking get them to cover your home anymore, and hiking up the price if they decide to. Awesome. Yeah, you really care about the lives lost, don't you, State Farm? Hey, what was your name again? Michael Tipsword. Why don't you lick my taint and do what you're fucking supposed to? Because your entire job is built on the backs of the fucking people that you're supposed to protect. Without us giving you money, you wouldn't be a rich CEO, now would you? God damn, this shit pisses me off. And you really had the audacity to go film. You know how expensive a commercial slot is for the Super Bowl? A fucking 30-second time slot in the commercial? Or in the Super Bowl, sorry. That's expensive as shit. You think maybe you could be saving your money there to pretend to care about fucking... How many people could you have paid with that fake commercial you shot pretending to care about the fucking fires? You know how backwards that is? Oh my God, I'm sorry for yelling at you, but like, Jesus Christ. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever fucking... Like... I just read you an article about how these people not only aren't paying their customers out for losing their homes or dying to fucking fires, but now they're going to charge you more if you're able to even get them because they're starting to not have cover fires in that area. And if you just manage to get them to cover your house for fire insurance, well, now it's going to cost a shit ton more. But hey, during the Super Bowl commercial, we care. We care about you. Patrick Mahomes, get over here. Say it. We care about you. Right, Mahomes? Yeah, if I was Patrick Mahomes, I would call this shit out. I would never put my face on their product. But that's just me, because I actually care about people and the company that I'm promoting. I get that this company sponsors you, right? I get that. But not only would calling them out win over the general public, but yeah, you would probably get a better sponsor. But let's reread that paragraph before I end this video. Last month, State Farm announced that it had canceled a planned commercial scheduled to run during the 2025 Super Bowl, citing the LA wildfires as their main priority. They decided to cancel that last month because they knew they were going to ask for this 22% price increase, and knew that right after asking for that, running the fucking commercial for how much they care about them would be so fucking backwards. But hey, at least you pulled out. At least we don't know that you were going to make a commercial pretending, jackass. How many fucking homes could you have saved with that money that you just threw away? But whatever. Our focus is firmly on providing support to the people of Los Angeles. We will not be advertising during the game as originally planned. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe. So we're just going to throw away the $100 million we spent on this commercial. Instead of giving it to you, the homeowner who just lost your home, we're just going to throw it away, make that a tax write-off, and not come out with it because we know we're scumbags. Yeah, if I were the Chiefs, I wouldn't want my name all over this. It's not like it's their fault. I'm not bringing them into this to say that they could have helped this in any situation. I'm just saying I wouldn't want my name attached to this. I wouldn't want my name attached to this company. And, yeah, Michael Tipsword. Oh, I remembered it. Michael Tipsword. You're a fucking piece of shit. Hey, maybe stop getting Patrick Mahomes for every commercial and I don't know, do your fucking job. But I have a feeling you've never done that in your entire life. Fuck you. And fuck all the other insurance companies for not giving a shit about this delicate situation, seeing lives lost and only caring about your fucking pockets.